Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to everyone. Again, this is your man Dre Mac coming to you again with another episode of the Dre Mac Show. I gotta talk about the season finale of The Mandalorian. Oh my God, it blew my mind. So I'm telling y'all right now, spoilers, 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 because I'm about to break. I'm not gonna really break the episode down. I'm gonna just kind of give my short review of it, and my reaction to The Mandalorian season finale. This was episode 8, and it was amazing. This is the way. Uh so I'm about to get into it. Also, I'm going to show you hopefully I could be able to pull it up, or I could be able to send it over to my phone, but I want to show y'all the clip of me being on TMZ on Monday, and I promise I was going to get that clip to you because I am a viewer's choice commentator. So I want to show y'all the clip. This is my third time being on TMZ, so I kind of want to get that to you and everything, but hopefully everything is cool. We're gonna break everything down. I'm gonna get to a lot of the comments. You already know what it is, but the real question is,
Are you ready?
All right, all right. I am going to get to the questions. I'm not going to talk about nothing else. I'm just going to talk about the season finale. Well, I got to talk about something else on the TMZ episode. So I'm going to talk about that. Matter of fact, I'm sending that over to myself right now. I got a lot of stuff to delete out of my video library and everything. So let's get to the comments. Let's get to the comments real quick. King Mo, what is up? Good morning. Good morning to you. Derpy Entertainment, what's happening? Dre, give chat a kiss into the camera back again with another banker. What? Oh, that's hilarious. I enjoyed the Power Rangers special more than the Mando finale, and I haven't seen the Power Rangers finale or the Power Rangers special. I am going to watch that, and I'm going to give a review on tomorrow. So look out for that. I am going to do that. Hold on real quick because I'm trying to do two things at once. Let's see. He said, but the Mando finale was solid and the best of the season. It was it was surprised. I ain't gonna lie, I was very surprised at the Mandalorian season 3 episode, season finale. And I think this was good for the lore of the Mandalorian. Now, personally, me, I would say I'm in the middle of a casual fan and and a person who has at least watched all the movies except for what Star Wars movie I haven't watched. I haven't watched Solo. I ain't gonna lie, I thought Solo was boring, so I didn't watch it. I was just disappointed it wasn't a setup. I think they, and I'm gonna get to the, I think the reason why they ended the way they ended it is because they're moving towards that movie where they're gonna do basically like these Ahsoka, all of this in-game style type of ending. So I think that's the reason why they did it, and that's the reason why they ended it the way that they did. I'm not gonna lie, I was looking for more. And I'm not even gonna hold you. I was looking for more. And I was like, man, give me just something. Just give me, yeah, I felt like a crackhead. Give me 10 minutes more, baby. You know what I mean? But they didn't, and it was cool. And I kind of understand knowing exactly where Star Wars is going in the future. So, God, something is in my eye. And obviously I need a new pair of I've been having these studio headphones since like 2016. It's time to get some new ones, Dre. Let's do that. Stop buying all this other crap and get some new headphones. but but yeah, but before I really kind of get into that, let me play you the clip of me on TMZ. Yeah, I didn't last for a minute. Yeah, Solo, I'm not gonna lie, I did. Yeah. Best episode of the season. Absolutely. Absolutely. So let me get to this real quick. I want to show you this clip. I'm gonna take myself off screen and I'm going to show you the clip of me on TMZ. So oh, my fault. Let me do a couple things before I even do that.
At it. Black power as opposed to Negro power.
Right.
One sounds
Or
maybe
African American
or
power.
even African American power.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, what's going on? This is Dre Mack from Kansas City, and I do agree with the sentiment as far as African American. I have personally done my DNA research that goes all the way to Portugal and Spain. So to just say that we're just African American and not just have that broader spectrum of that, a lot of us that came over in that diaspora came from everywhere around the globe and not just from Africa. And then using that term and saying black, that's something that I do personally.
Fair enough. Yeah.
All right, so you got to see a little clip of me on TMZ. I am posting that video on the posting it on the rounds as far as like IG, TikTok, man. I want to give a well, me and TikTok got a problem for real. I've been having problems with being shadow banned from TikTok for a minute, and I'm really getting sick of that. You know what I mean? So when you breaking the news, it's this thing called viewer what is it called? Viewer something. And basically they've been asking me every month, do I want to get on? Do I want to get on? Just to commentate. So I've been doing social commentary for 7 years. You know what I mean? So I didn't get on YouTube until the pandemic, and I was doing other stuff. I was talking about black empowerment. That's why I think that episode, I'm not gonna lie, it threw me off because I was supposed to talk about something totally different. I was supposed to talk about the Love is Blind and how Netflix is going live. I wasn't supposed to do the Morgan Freeman story. And then it was like, hey, we got the story. You want to do the Morgan Freeman story? I was like, sure. And technically, if you go to my live, I talked way too long. I was only supposed to do 30 seconds. And I went way over that. Way over that. And I literally counted the seconds. I went overboard for my commentary. So I gotta make sure it's kind of like when I was doing comedy. I gotta make sure that I'm sharp and I'm quick with it. Good. Did I say good morning to you, Mika G? Mika G is in the house. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. That man is on TMZ. Yeah. But I do social commentary as far as like it's viewer creation or something like that. Where you just go on there, they ask you to come on and you do your commentary and you get the F off. And unfortunately, I went just a little too long and I was kind of disappointed after I watched the video. I was like, as soon as I said, I'm like, they cut what I said. And then I was counting the seconds because I'm editing this video. And I'm like, ooh, I did go over my time. But it's all good. That's why I got to apply my own platform. But anyway, let's get into the minute because that's what you came here for. Yeah, come to me because I'm on TV, national TV. Yeah, I didn't come for that. Y'all came because of the Mandalorian season finale. Yo, first of all, this kicked off with nothing but action. Nothing but action. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Their version his version of the Dark Troopers, you know what I'm saying, was basically like knockoff Mandalorians. You know what I mean? Hold on, what did he say? This is a man breaking news on a platform that hasn't been relevant in 10 years. You know what I mean? Hey, I ain't got nothing to do with it. I would just say it like this. Anytime that you have a purpose in your life and an opportunity comes along that goes towards your purpose, you take that. I don't give a F if they ain't been relevant in 10 years or 10 minutes. I'm going to take that opportunity because I have a purpose and you never misstep on your purpose. So I always tell anybody that if you want your purpose, take every advantage that you got to get on your purpose. But anyway, I would just say this. The Dark Troopers that he had with the Beskar armor, they was no match for the actual Mandalorians. And I kind of like when I went into this, I was kind of like, I wonder if they're gonna do it like the Book of Boba Fett, where there's a lot of action scenes and all of that. And are they gonna do slow-mo clips of people spinning around and characters we ain't never seen before pop up? And what's funny is that we really just got a big old battle. Like everybody was saying that the armorer was going to be one of the spies. I even thought the three guys that popped up, in the last episode was going to be the spies. Really, the spy was who the spy was, and which is good. They kept it actually simple. They made us think one thing, and did the Mandalorians really came together under Bo-Katan, something that has been set up all the way back to Rebels, which is great. You know what I mean? And it's an OG Mando. Man, hold on, let me give you out. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is the way, you know what I mean? And I'm glad that they didn't give us a situation where we're trying to figure out all these things and come to find out this person is like, oh, what's his name? Oh my god, um, not Ace. I can't think of or Fox. Is it Fox? The one guy that was part of Bo-Katan, um, what not Death Watch, but oh god, I can't think of the name. I don't want to call them Death Owls because that sounds dumb. And I hate when I be having a thought and then I gotta go to the Googles. You know what I mean? I'm starting to sound like Mika G on Popcorn or Your Beer. Gotta go to the Googles. You know what I mean? It was like for him to go up and basically almost sacrifice himself just to get, like, basically it was cover fire. You know what I mean? And that cover fire, really helped the Mandalorians in battle. You know what I mean? That was awesome. You said, but you good, but good for you, bro. That's what there's just TMZ. Yeah, and a lot of people don't like TMZ, and that's it. You know what I mean? I get it, especially after the Kobe thing. Yeah, buddy. I appreciate that, Derby. Thank you so much. Got to do your Googles, bro. Yeah, Mo. I'm over here, man, on the Googles because I forgot dude's name. You know what I mean? I almost put in. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. And what was I saying? Okay. For one, I was very happy because this show is called The Mandalorian. And I know there's a bunch of Mandalorians, but anybody could be the Mandalorian, which I've always believed that Grogu, now Din Grogu was going to be the Mandalorian. I always thought that. The Googles is the way. I have spoken. That's what you should have said. Because I have spoken. The Googles, I have spoken. Google search what you must do, young Padawan. And so we got a couple stories tied together at the end. We have Bo-Katan's story finally coming to fruition after Rebels and Clone Wars. Her story is finally, to me, is set. It is set. You have the Mandalorian, which is Din Djarin. You have this. Now you're moving away from what we're literally going back to season 1. If you really think about it, with him and Grogu. Grogu story is now starting to blossom and beginning. And we seen him where he was a beginning of the Mandalorian. Now we see him literally pulling Jedi moves. He literally listened to Luke that time that, remember that show, The Book of Boba Fett, where they stopped everything to tell the story of the Mandalorian inside the Book of Boba Fett that didn't make the Book of Boba Fett any more better than what it was? The Book of Boba Fett was so bad, literally they had to put the Mandalorian there for people to get excited about. That sucked, which was the Mandalorian, literally season 2.5 plus 1. You know what I mean? So in this story, we had a lot of things that was tied together and wrapped up in a nice bow. And I like that. It didn't do too much. The battle scenes was awesome. The armorer, oh my god, her fight scenes was, man, it's some of the best choreography. I mean, period. I haven't seen a fight scene like that. And I liked Obi-Wan Kenobi. I liked what him and Vader was going at. Nothing is topping what I just seen in the Mandalorian, y'all. I'm dead serious. Just them showing like the perspective of the troopers, or the dark troopers, and from their perspective flying, and they get smoked in the, oh my god, that was amazing. Bo-Katan, Kree, that was amazing. Now, there's a part in the story that I really liked, and this is something that they do, and I wish Western audiences start doing this more, because this is something that they do on the East in a lot of Japanese stories. You have someone that needs to be redeemed in the story. In this case, is Bo-Katan Kryze. She needs to be redeemed because of what happened, when Moff Gideon took the dark saber from her, and we seen that at the end of season 1. Was it season 1? There was the end of it. Was a season? Yeah, it was the end of season 1. You know what I mean? So we got the story of the dark saber, where it's RP dark saber. You know what I'm saying? Spoiler alert again. But Bo-Katan Kryze in this story needed to be redeemed because she gave Moff Gideon that dark saber. And everything comes full circle on this one. For people who was complaining that she got the dark saber under, some phony baloney, princess, you ain't got to worry about that no more, because there's no more dark saber. Now, what I mean by the Western audiences doesn't do this enough, when a warrior is combating with another warrior, the warrior that needs to be redeemed will come in and be like, he's my opponent right now. I've seen that in a lot of samurai movies. I've seen that in a lot of Japanese anime does that a lot. You know what I mean? It does that a lot. I will give you an example in the Resurrection of F. Of course, Vegeta has a legitimate claim to be able to destroy Frieza. We all knew Goku was going to be able to, it was supposed to fight Frieza. You know what I mean? Because of what happened. His redemption arc for Frieza was fighting Goku, because Goku is the one who killed him. But instead of Vegeta getting that revenge over Planet Vegeta, which he was never on, they focused that right back to Goku, and elevated Goku in a way in that particular story. That's what a lot of Western anime does. A lot of Eastern anime does. That's what a lot of Japanese films, especially a lot of samurai films, but like, nah, that's my opponent. You go handle this. He's mine. And I'm glad that they put that element into this story, because Bo-Katan Kryze needed to be redeemed. And at the end, she was redeemed, and it ties back to episode 7. No, I'm sorry. Was it episode 7 where Din Djarin gave? It was episode 7 where Din Djarin gave her that speech where he says, "I'm going to be by your side. I'm with you. I'm rolling with you to the end." And to have Din Djarin, Bo-Katan Kryze, you know what I'm saying, and Grogu in that scene after Moff Gideon. Now, I'm not gonna lie. The twist of the whole entire thing was Moff Gideon was cloning himself. Like, yo, what the? Moff Gideon wanted to be the perfect specimen. He wanted to be, he needed to be force sensitive. He said, I took all my good traits. He was the one. He was the reason why he needed Grogu. It wasn't for Palpatine. It was so he could clone himself, so he could get the midichlorians out of Grogu, so he could be force sensitive. Twist upon twist upon twist, and little Grogu was just sitting there in his little what's it, not AV-11, or I can't think of what it is right now offhand. But he was sitting there, and then he was like, "Boo," you know what I'm saying? And Giancarlo Esposito, man, give this man his flowers. I don't care what nobody says. He could play whatever part he wants to for the rest of his life. He could be whoever he wants. It was amazing listening to that voice inside of the mechanical. Now, his armor was mechanical. He had a mechanical Beskar armor. Oh my. Oh. And you can hear while he was walking and giving hands. Was giving Din Djarin hands. Was giving Bo-Katan Kryze hands. I mean, he was beating the brakes off of him. You know what I mean? Even when she whipped out the Darksaber, you know what I mean? It was no match for Moff Gideon. No match for Moff Gideon. And I'm not going to lie, he went down in a blaze of glory, and I loved every single minute of this. Every single minute of this. You know why I like this so much? because it was different from the norm. And what I mean by that is that there's always a story in Star Wars. No, let me take that back. I wasn't expecting the ship to land in Mandalore, blow up right where his base of operation is, and that man go out in a blaze of glory. I wasn't expecting that. I'm not. I mean, all the speculation was like Bo-Katan Kryze is gonna ride the Mythosaur, and then the Mythosaur was gonna eat um um Moff Gideon, but that would have been too similar to the end of the book of Boba Fett. So I'm actually glad they didn't go that route. Because if they would have went the route of the Book of Boba Fett, people would have been complaining that it was too much like the Book of Boba Fett. And everybody knows how everybody feels about the Book of Boba Fett. You know what I mean? As much as Boba Fett is one of my favorite characters in Star Wars, that show was not that great. Started off pretty good. And then it's the flashbacks was all out of order and all out of place, and it just wasn't good. And then they threw Mandalorian in there, which tells you exactly what they thought about the Book of Boba Fett. And since the Book of Boba Fett, we ain't heard nothing about Boba Fett since then. You know what I mean? He's chilling on Tatooine being a crime boss, and we still don't know why he wanted to do that. Still don't know why. But I would say that, okay, what I didn't like about the episode was I wanted more. I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking Grand Admiral Thrawn was going to show up, or the Mythosaur was going to come out of the water. When I'm not gonna lie. So in this episode, Din Djarin adopts Grogu, which I kind of felt like that was going to happen. In more parallels to The Last of Us with Pedro Pascal. So he adopts Grogu. Now he's known as Din Grogu, which is funny. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, that's funny. Because now the toy's got to change. He's Din Grogu now. You know what I'm saying? Not Baby Yoda. He's not Grogu. He's Din Grogu now. You know what I mean? Which technically now, since he's a Mandalorian apprentice, he's the Mandalorian. This story has been talking about the Mandalorian. It wasn't about Din Djarin. It was about Grogu the whole entire time. And we got to learn more about Mandalorian culture, why the tribes was beefing. Not as much as that, that they explain in like Rebels and the Clone Wars, but we still got to find out why the Mandalorians was beefing. You know what I mean? And we got to see the Mandalorians rise together. Now, when Din Djarin, the armor, all of those people die off, Grogu is still gonna be there. So that's why he's a Mandalorian. Now, if they do a season 4 before the movie comes out, now you have an opportunity for him to grow and be the Yoda of the Mandalorians. Like how you had Yoda for the Jedi, you know what I mean? You have Grogu for the Mandalorians, and you never know. Because of the Darksaber was destroyed by Moff Gideon in the fight with Bo-Katan Kryze. He might be the next one to actually recreate the Darksaber. You know what I mean? Because he's going to be the last one left. You know what I mean? And Paz Vizsla's son finally took the oath without a big gigantic crocodile monster kaiju coming out the water. So now you have other Mandalorians that's going to be young, that's going to be able to grow up with Grogu. Will Pedro Pascal come back for another season, even though he can't take care of his face? If I ain't got to take care of if I ain't got to take off my helmet, all I got to do is voice work. Please, this is an easy check. This is an easy check for me. You know what I'm saying? But I feel Pedro Pascal because he's starting to grow majorly and starting to get more well known for his role. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? This is not like I mean, we all seen Game of Thrones. We already seen that. But as far as what he's doing on the Mandalorian, will they kill him off because he can't take off his helmet? Is everybody can everybody take off their helmet? Can certain people take off their helmet or not? I don't know. Maybe that'll get explained. But now I see the wheels are turning for this new movie that combines Ahsoka, the Mandalorians, all of that together. So what I would rank um this episode, man, I'm not gonna lie. I would literally rate this a 9 out of 10. I was so excited, you know what I'm saying, for the fight scenes or whatever. I was excited about it. Let me give some shout outs. The R5D4 droid. I got to give a shout out to him because I forgot about him. And he pops back up and he helps Din Djarin when he's fighting the Imperial Guards. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was the end. We already seen what happened to Paz Vizsla, but I thought that was the end. But man, again, that was dope. It again, I've always said that they're going to try and fix. Dave Filoni and John Favreau are going to try to fix the plot holes and the missing things that was in the sequel series. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm more excited about this than ever before. But yeah, our R5 droid gets a shout out. The armor with her fight scenes, man, those are dope. This is the stuff that I was talking about. When you have fight scenes they're just amazing and they're simplistic because everybody's fighting in the air with their jetpack. And yeah, they were probably in the void during this, and I didn't care. That when you first of all, I've always liked the Mandalorian since Boba Fett because he had a jetpack and that was cool. But to see all of them fight and how they flew out of the ship into the other ships, I'm like, we got your back, we got cover fire for man. That's amazing. That's some Star Wars for you. That's Star Wars. And when I play games like Battlefront and all of that, and Star Wars, yeah, Star Wars Battlefront 2. When I get to play and I get to ride in the ships, you know what I'm saying, to go fight other man, that's awesome. That's awesome. One of the best parts of that game is that you can fly in a ship, go around and shoot other people. And I was living vicariously through this episode. I loved it. I loved the fight scenes. I love the tie-ins to the stories. I loved all of it. You know what I'm saying? Moff Gideon, man. I guess they're called the Praetorian Guards. Okay, yes, I've been calling them. Yeah, the Praetorian Guards, the guards that's in the red garment, the ones that fought that were the guard. I was calling them Imperial Guards because they were the guards in the red that was with Snoke. You know what I mean? So yes, R5 need an award. R5 is the reason why Din Djarin is here today. Man, and then he came out the blue. He did his job. He flew off. That was all. Man, it was awesome stuff, man. Awesome stuff. Let me see. Um, so what did y'all think about this episode? Did you like the fact that basically now Din Djarin and Grogu, that's now his adopted son? Did y'all hear? First of all, did y'all hear him trying to talk a little bit? Because he was mad because he couldn't talk, but he acknowledges he knows yes and no. But y'all catch that? He trying to talk. I guarantee you he's gonna be talking. And if they do an episode 4, he's gonna be talking. He's gonna be talking. Is Moff Gideon Snoke? No, Moff Gideon is not. For one, Din Djarin destroyed all of his clones, and he got pissed when he destroyed all of his clones. You know what I mean? And even though he got Beskar armor melts in intense heat. So bye bye Moff Gideon. So yeah, Moff Gideon is done. Killed all of his clones. He got burnt up. You know what I mean? Which I love the fact that Grogu saved Din Djarin this time, but he prepared him. He said, "Kid, we're gonna have to take down Moff Gideon by any means necessary. Son, we gotta go get him, son. You feel me? We gotta go get him, son." And they went to go do that. And even with the fire all around them, Grogu was able to save Bo-Katan and Din Djarin with the Force. You know what I'm saying? And that goes back to the training of with Luke. You know what I'm saying? And I could technically see Bo-Katan's and Bo-Katan Kryze and Din Djarin kind of being together, but since he moved to Navarro, got a little space all by himself, and went back to really bounty hunting, I don't see that that's happening. But I mean, hey, you know, Bo-Katan Kryze got to and they cleaned up that joint. Did y'all notice that they cleaned up that joint real quickly to get back to Great Forge and and restart the Great Forge? They had that mug looking spiffy for a planet that was inhabitable, you know what I mean, just last season. I don't know how much time passed, but yeah. Okay, so yeah, basically the IG-11 droid is back on Navarro, rebuilt, and it is now the marshal of, and that's cool because again, he was using the IG-12 droid, the original one, but taking all the guts and stuff out of that, so Grogu could be able to navigate in there and be part of the battle, which you know what I'm saying, the guards wasn't having none of that. They took little dude up right up out of that mug. You know what I'm saying? He was doing flips. I thought he was done. He started using the force. Man. But again, this ties back into season 1 where the IG-11 droid saved him. So him being in the IG-11 in the IG-12 droid now saving Din Djarin. All of that goes back, and it's a good callbacks. And I absolutely love this. This is why we need to stop complaining about a lot of these shows, man. Just let them happen. I've never been this excited, this happy, this kind of satisfied for a show. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the Obi-Wan Darth Vader fight from the Obi-Wan show was dope, even though it didn't get tied into the episode 6. I mean, I'm sorry, episode 4 of Star Wars. I still like the fight, but this here, I was acting a fool at work watching this, stopping and I'm getting myself in trouble. I mean, and then sometimes I gotta shut up. But yeah. So um so yeah, Grief Karga, you know what I'm saying, gave them a home. You know what I mean? They out there in the, you know what I'm saying, in Navarro chilling, you know what I'm saying, taking good space bounties now. You know what I mean? The good ones. Star Wars is the best, man. And in this is why when I was on, shout out to Chillmonger for inviting me to a show a couple weeks ago. And all the people that was on the panel, you know what I mean? This is why I'm still a fan of this media, is because I take my mind off of it and just have fun. Dude, this was like a video game, and you were watching the cutscenes while you were playing as Din Djarin. You know what I mean? And you get to see the cutscenes in the middle of you fighting. You know what I'm saying? To see what's going on with the fight with the Mandalorians. Man, this was awesome, man. And I'm having fun, and I'm learning the lore and what they want to start with this. And this makes me want to invest more into the product. You know what I mean? I didn't buy Jedi Fallen Order. I don't know why I didn't buy that game, but don't you know I'm buying that, right? You know I'm buying that. And I'm pre-ordering the new game. I'm buying it so I can beat that and then play the new game, because all of this ties in with the time frame. Is I think it's 5 years after the Empire collapsed, and I think this ties in to what's going on with Ahsoka and the Book of Boba Fett and the Mandalorian. Dog, this has been good. I'm sorry. This has been really good. I don't know what y'all thought about it, but man, 9 out of 10. I wanted more. That's why I signed 10 out of 10. I wanted a little bit more. I wanted to keep going. I wanted at least a scene of Grand Admiral Thrawn finding out that his competition was gone. You know what I mean? Destroyed by the Mandalorians. But I mean, hey, I'm getting ready for Ahsoka. Rosario Dawson is, you know what I'm saying, the Ahsoka series. Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready for all of it. So I'm invested, just like I am with Marvel. But I think I have a little. The thing about Marvel, unless it's Deadpool, because that's my favorite character all times. But I think with this is that I'm so much of a fan because I feel like that little kid who watched Star Wars for the first time with his Uncle Bradley. You know what I mean? And this gives me my feels, man. I was enjoying myself, man. And that's what I tell you guys. Enjoy this stuff. Don't get so consumed about, oh, they doing the lore and they didn't do what I want them to do, man. Funk that. Skip that. You know what I mean? Funk, what the French toast. I wanted to end credit with Thrawn. I did. But since I didn't, I'm glad because it's wrapping. I believe that they're wrapping up this story. I'm not for sure, but I believe that they're wrapping up this story. But it makes me more excited about what's going to happen in Ahsoka because they didn't give me an end credit scene. And sometimes the mystery. That's only thing about Marvel. Sometimes when we wait to the end and the end credit scenes, the mid credit scenes. Sometimes when you don't know what's going to happen next is the greatest feeling in the world because now you get to watch this with fresh eyes. And that's what I'm looking at this as. I'm getting to watch this with fresh eyes. And I absolutely enjoyed this season. The Lizzo and Jack Black episode with Christopher Lloyd, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed all of this, man. And that's what I want you guys to do. Don't get caught up in the critics or YouTubers like me. They give you all of this other stuff. Enjoy. Just enjoy it. Have fun. Star Wars is back, baby. And I believe it's better than ever, man. So, what did y'all think about this episode? You know what I mean? Did y'all like this episode? Did y'all want more or whatever? What was it about this episode that you really want?
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
Jeez. We gotta wrap it up, y'all. But what did y'all think about the episode? Was you just excited as I am? The fight scenes, the choreography, everything about this, the Darksaber, being destroyed, but now Bo-Katan still gets to lead her people. Her people are back on Mandalore. What did y'all think about this episode? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. Oh man, I'm just excited about this. Thank you for everybody who stopped by. Thank you for everybody getting the chat. You know what I'm saying? Eric Shaw, Mika G, King Mo, Derpy Entertainment. Thank y'all guys for hanging out with me. Make sure that y'all go and check out. Like I know Chillmonger is going to talk about this on Saturday. Check out Chillmonger's YouTube channel. Check out Tim Talk because I know most definitely Tim Talk is going to talk about Star Wars. Check out SSK Dot. Check out all of the guys that roll with me. Check out their podcast to talk about this stuff if you're interested. I'm telling you, man, Star Wars is back, man. Have fun with this stuff. Enjoy it like I enjoyed it, man. Until next time, I'll holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe higher. This is the way I have spoken. If you came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you want to get a little bit more personal with me, make sure to hit the social media accounts that you see below you. I would love to hear from y'all. Until next time, I'll holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe high.